Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're all enjoying the bank holiday. I'm Robert from El Magnifico Games, and today we're going to continue our playthrough of Riven. At the very end of the last session, we followed this cart down to another island. We solved a bunch of puzzles and we discovered a way we could capture a little frog. That said, there was no obvious reason why we would want to capture a little frog, and besides that we had no way to carry it any great distance. Hello Sigourn, it's nice to meet you. Yes, but that's a thing that we know we can do now. We can acquire a little frog if we need it. What else had we been up to? We'd managed to solve quite a lot of the puzzles to do with the Pentagon Room. We'd managed to get past the Pentagon Room and we found a area that was circular in design around some central machinery, and there were a bunch of levers we could pull that could turn on and off steam power to various devices, mostly bridges which we could raise or lower, but it looked like we couldn't solve everything from the side we were on. It looked very much like there should have been a way to get to another island that would then allow us to get into the same structure from a different angle, which would allow us to solve a bunch of other puzzles, or at least that's what it looked like. So I think that's more or less where we're at. In a way, we're not in an ideal situation right now, because I don't think there's many unsolved puzzles that I know about at the moment. Which is to say, I feel like there's probably content I haven't discovered yet and don't necessarily know exactly where I'm supposed to be looking. Because most of the areas we've been, we seem to have hit a point where it's not clear how we proceed. Anyway. Let's get into it. The sea reptiles there again. Trying to think what other puzzles I came across a while back and never solved. So yes, I suppose the point I've been circling around quite a lot is the fact that the first part of this stream is probably going to be just me exploring to try and figure out what else it is that I can do. I never figured out what was going on with these little circular contraptions with an eye design on it. I know that the reverse side that we can reveal like that, like so, has a number on it in the indigenous language. I think that's 1, isn't it? No, that's 5. And the difference between 1 and 5 is whether the central line is horizontal or vertical in the native character set. But yeah, we've got these little things dotted about the various islands. It's not just this one island. We found them on other islands too. Really not clear what their function is. Ah, someone's about to raise the alarm. Whenever the indigenous people spot me, they hand crank a siren, and then they all run off and hide. That means as I approach the village, I'm not going to see anybody. Here we go. Here's another one of those devices. I think that's 7. Yes, that's 7. I seem to remember there was something we could interact with here. Yeah, that would fill this area with water. But again, it's just not clear why I would want to do that. And what way this is beneficial. Hello J2 Trumpet, it's a pleasure to meet you. How am I enjoying it? I'm enjoying it quite a lot. It's admittedly a bit of a slow game at times, which I realise may not make it ideal for watching, but I'm enjoying it a lot. I do think it's probably I was about to say I think it's better than Myst, but honestly there's to a degree, it's apples and oranges, isn't it? Because with the original Myst, they did actually get you hooked on a story, a clear, precise story much earlier on. Whereas you're left a lot more in the dark in Riven. But on the other hand, Riven has much better, much more beautiful scenery, and you can explore a lot more of it from the get-go. But yeah, it's good. Where can we go? Where can we go? Actually, I'll probably just head up to the village to start with, and that's going to be quicker going the other way around, I should think. Rather than taking the submarine there. I may go back for the submarine in a minute. J2 Trumpet says the Riven story is revealed more through reading the journals and making observations of the world. That is true. And I do appreciate that. I have read through the... I'm not sure how much of my content you've watched at this point, but I have read through the journal that we were given at the start. I read through it in the last stream, so I do have a pretty good idea what's going on the grand scale of things. It's more... But there's a lot of little things I don't yet know. Oh wow, thank you for tuning in, I appreciate it. So this is the village where they're all hiding. Yeah, there wasn't anything... I don't think I've been here for a stream, if I recall correctly. But yeah, this was a dead end, wasn't it? Because I managed to solve the submarine puzzle, and then there just wasn't really anything else to do that I could see anyway. As I said at the start of the stream, right now I'm just exploring around a bit, trying to figure out where I should focus my attentions next. So let's go to the submarine and... Oh, hello. Oh, little gap there. Way through. Not that we can swim. Interesting. There probably is a proper name for that, but I can't think what it is. So yeah, let's go to the submarine if I can... No, actually, there's... If I take the right path here, there's an area we haven't been for a while, I think. Then we'll go back and... Then we'll circle back and go to the submarine if I haven't found anything useful here. Ooh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember now. That just takes us back towards the village. Ah, I did not notice previously, at least I don't think I did not notice that the top of that building is rotating. That's interesting. J2 Trumpet says, I'm one of many die-hard Myst fans that stalk Myst streamers. We like to relive the eureka moments through streamers solving the puzzles for the first time. I see. Well, I hope I can provide you with some vicarious enjoyment then. And I hope you don't find my slowness too frustrating. was I just then? Uh, that's interesting. There's a bridge up there. Did I know about that bridge from the other side? No, I don't think I did. Oh, I see. That's very reassuring. Thank you, Trumpet. There is a bridge up there, and somehow I missed it. I should be paying more attention. But I have no idea how I'd get up there. Alright, there's something to bear in mind. I promise not to backseat because I don't want to spoil anything for you, but I can offer directional nudges if you need them. That would be very much, or later on, that may be very much appreciated, and that is exactly what I look for. When someone can nudge me in the right direction without spoiling everything. But right now, I'm content to just do a bit of exploring on my own. If I fail to find anything useful, then I may ask for a nudge. But thank you for the offer. I do appreciate it. This is very nice. But I get the impression... Ooh! Okay, that orange looks like it's coming from some sort of light source. That's interesting. Because up till now, I'd assumed all the orange I was seeing was probably coming from either fire or lava or something like that. But clearly not. But yeah, as I was saying, I suspect this is all here more for... No, I'm wrong. I was just about to say, I suspect this is... Oh my goodness. I suspect this is more here for the villagers than for me. But I'm wrong. I seem to have produced some stairs. Okay. Just trying to figure out if there's any other part of those little globes I can interact with. Don't think so. Oh, I could have missed that so easily. No, I had no idea about this staircase until just now. Ah, I wonder if this is how I get up. Because one thing I've been aware of for quite a long time is that there's parts of the village, or large parts of the village, I cannot access because I don't have access to the right bridges to get over. And I just observed earlier on in the stream that there was like a bridge overhead that I didn't know how to get to. I wonder if this is the solution. I wonder if this is an elevator that takes me up, and then I get access to a lot more of the world. We'll have to see. Oh, JT Trumpet says, and you stumble across a shortcut you wouldn't normally find until later. Congrats. Oh, thank you. Hold on. I will actually go down and check out what that other thing was quickly. The thing on the left. It's not obvious. Ooh. Okay, so those are the teeth then of the On the sides, I mean, those are the little triangles sticking up and down are the teeth of the effigy. Okay. Now let's have a look around higher up. Hold on, looking at the... Hold on. Yeah, I don't have a mouse pointer right now, do I? Looking at the scratch marks here, it looks like there may actually be 3 floors. I assume this can't go any higher, no. Yeah, and that's going to take me back to where I just was. It looks like it can go lower as well. And it can. Goodness knows where this is going to take me. I mean lower, obviously, but where exactly, I have no idea. Hello? That's not very useful. That is a lot more useful. Okay, that's worth remembering. Oh, it's another one of the cable cars. So I can probably reach a different island from here, an island I haven't been yet. How many islands have I visited so far? Let me see. I've been on the initial island, so that's 1. I've been on this island, so that's 2. And I've been to the island which had the boiler on it, and when you solve a bunch of puzzles you can capture a frog. I don't know if that's much help, but I've been to that one. I think those are the only islands I've been to. I don't think I'm forgetting any yet. Any others. I am looking forward to exploring that, but I think I'll check out the upper area first. So, when you make your way through the Pentagon room with the scarabs, which is on the initial island, you end up going to a big structure with like circular gangways around some central machinery that you can't get to. And then there's some levers you can pull to give or remove steam power to various bridges. I know from having observed there that there is at least one more island I can get to, and I should be able to approach that structure from a different direction. That's something that I've been trying to figure out how to do. So I'm wondering if that cable car I just found will take me to the correct island. Anyway, where was I? Ooh. Ah, and there's the building with the top that rotates. Ah, so I probably am on the right level now to take that bridge I could see at the overhead earlier on. Well, this is interesting. I have no idea what this is doing. Are you talking about the super long bridge that you send steam to? I think we are talking about the same bridge. There's a bridge which goes between islands. It is super long, and I can send steam to it, but I can't. It doesn't look like there's a lever there to let me... Or I couldn't find a way to actually get to the bridge itself, nor could I find any lever to actually raise it or lower it. I could only send steam to it. So yes. Ah. Okay, this is interesting. Understood? So this is the same set of glyphs we just saw on that device over here. It's just not clear what pressing the button on top is doing. In fact, I wonder if it is actually the exact same glyphs. This could just be a telescope that's focused on the rotating roof. Wait, is one of those different to the others? One of them is, isn't it? Is that the one that's most open? No, but I can see it. My timing was well off. I think I got it. I don't know what that's achieved, but I've done something. Ooh. Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I get the feeling we're going to have to come back here. I assume I don't yet have enough information to really understand what that's about. There's an area over there which I don't think I can access. Unless that's an area that I could access. Yes, that is. I was just about to say, unless that's an area I could access from the ground level. I think that is. I think this is the entrance where we come out to the valley where the sirens are and where we saw the bridge overhead. And I think this leads to the bridge overhead. It looks that way, doesn't it? I think we're now on that bridge. And there's the siren building. Okay. Before I go messing around with that, is there anything in the immediate vicinity I should be looking at? I don't think so. I think this is as far as we can go right now. Ooh. Goodness me. Wow. Okay, so that toggles whether I'm inside or outside, presumably. The right hand lever I couldn't interact with when I was down below. So let's go back up and see if it then does something. Yeah, fortunately I'm not particularly afraid of heights. But what a view. Hello Flying Frogadier, it's lovely to see you again. I have indeed made progress. Although, it sounds like I may have stumbled across some content out of order. Ooh! Okay. That was a structure I encountered from the submarine. In fact, we're overlooking the area, the little pool where the submarine does its circles, does its laps. There's the track. Yeah, so it's not really a submarine, is it? It's more an underwater carriage. But, and I came across that much earlier on, but I had no idea what its function was. But looks like I should pull this lever again and then maybe go down there. Yes, that's true. The bathysphere. I shall try to remember that. Yeah, so to fill you in on what you missed, at the very beginning of the stream, I pointed out that there was that I'd reached what seemed like logical dead ends with a lot of the puzzles, such that it felt like I needed to do some more exploring. So I was doing a bunch of exploring, and then just on accident, when I was at the little shrine area down here, or rather, where you end up when you go down from this elevator, I discovered that there was two globes on the left and the right, and I could pull a mechanism on one of them to let me up here. Quite on accident. And I've uncovered this puzzle here, but I don't really understand it. I assume that there's probably information elsewhere that I need to find. So that's where I'm at. I also discovered that there's another cable car I can get to, because I can pull this down as well. And I will be having a good look at that shortly. But, but first I want to have another look at the bathysphere. Yes, this is the thing that I accidentally uncovered. What the? It's a villager child. I must say, no offense to the game developers, I fully understand the technical limitations they were working under, but the lighting of the child didn't seem to quite match the surroundings, to the point that it looked to me a bit like it might have been a ghost at first. Yeah, let's take a quick detour up to the village, just in case that's a indicator that there's content available up here. If not, then we'll head down to the bathysphere, and then if there's nothing to do there, we'll take the cable car, the new cable car, to what I can only assume is another island that I haven't explored yet. So it's this way, isn't it? I have to go all the way down the stairs, past the sea reptiles. Flying Frog says, according to an interview with one of the creators, they were constantly running into hardware limitations with both this game and its predecessor. Yeah, that absolutely figures. Still don't have any idea what this is about. For a moment there, I was wondering if the pattern that the damp was making was trying to tell me something, but I don't think it is. Right, I have a map of the underwater cartway, don't I? So that's where I am now. So... Oh, okay, I think it's just 2 stops forwards. To get to the bathysphere. And indeed, there's a middle bit of floor here now, and there's a number on there. Hold on. That presumably, is that 5? Pretty sure that's 5. They do like their pentagons and 5-sided stars, so it'd make absolute sense. I wonder if that's something I should be picking up on. Why 5? Ooh, is that something I can pull? It is. Interesting. I mean, it would be rude not to. Ooh! I think I have access to the village now. Maybe not. But it looks like that may be the case. Is that Siva TV? Is that how I pronounce your name? But let me know. But it is a pleasure to meet you in any case. Well, I think this merits a save. Interesting. As tempted as I am to push that, Perhaps I should leave that till later, since I don't know what it's going to do. And I wouldn't want to do something that might possibly endanger this individual. Oh, thank you, Trumpet. That's a lovely thing to say. I appreciate it. Ooh. Ah, okay. Am I where I think I am? Yes. Okay, so that hasn't given me access to the village yet. I don't think. Not unless there's something I missed. But I now have easy access to this area. Well, I think I'll press this and just hope for the best. Interesting. Ah. See, that may not be a fantastic thing. My concern is this could have been a prison, and that person may have meant to have been in there. I may have caused some problems here. Interesting. Okay, I really doubt this is a prison now. If this was a prison, then he could have got out very easily. So that, oh, okay, I have to go through there. If I step away, then it closes again. But anyway, that's reassuring. Yes, it was very strange how they'd just disappeared all of a sudden, but it wasn't clear whether they'd found another way out or if, you know, they'd just very quickly escaped when I'd opened the way in. Before I'd turned around. Anyway, where were we? Presumably if I pull that, that's my way back out. It is. Wonderful. I can't wait for you to read Redacted's Redacted. Well, if I'm reading something, then that suggests to me that there must be some English coming up. Which is very interesting. I wonder if that's going to be... Oh, what was his name? I don't want to get his name wrong. Was it Gen? The father of Atris? Yes. Right. I don't like the fact that I can't see. Just quickly checking. No, I don't see anything that even remotely resembles a light switch. I think I just have to go in blind and hope for the best. Yep. Made it through alright. There's something there. Was that the light switch? Oh, well, the light switches the entire way. But it was too dark for me to see them or something. Oh, and there's a door there. Ah. That's interesting. Oh, I see. Sorry to hear that, Frogadiers. Okay, before I explore that door, was there anything here I missed? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Actually, maybe I should be being slightly more observant as I make my way back. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here. Yep, I think the doorway is the next thing. It's very notable that that was lit before I came here. That makes me suspect this is the way the villager I spotted went. Here we go. I wonder if this is whereabouts there's something to read. Interesting. Nothing above my head? Nope. What have we got? These look like animals. Presumably the wildlife of the this island and the surrounding islands. Ooh. Okay, interesting. Yes, quite. Quite trumpet. I was thinking that this looks a little concerning. How, that I appear to be in the middle of some sort of mechanism. That I don't know what it does. So presumably I need to input some combination of animals. Are they all animals? This is actually important. Or are some of them other things? I think they are all animals. Oops. Ooh, mysterious blue pixel. I wonder if that's the sea reptiles I keep seeing. The only thing that comes to mind is that I keep finding those spheres which have an eye symbol on them, and when they rotate, there's a number on the back. If each of those was in the habitat of an animal, then perhaps if I found all of them, that would tell me the sequence of animals I'm supposed to input. Say 1 to 5 or something like that. The issue with that is I know there is one which is associated with the sea reptiles. But I don't recall any of the other ones clearly being associated with a specific animal. I'm not seeing anything else I can interact with here. So sadly, I think I'm probably going to have to turn back at this point. For now. And come back when I know a little bit more. It's unfortunate, but I don't think I have enough knowledge to tackle this yet. The things that look like plesiosaurs is what I'm referring to. I'll show you where I mean in a second. Oh. Flying frogadiers. Got me. Thank you. Okay. So I think that's everything that wait, how do I go back down, or don't I? No, I must be able to go back down, or else I wouldn't be able to get in the submarine again. Because it's not enough that I can reach the rest of the island. I actually need to be down there to get back in the submarine. I'm missing something here, aren't I? Is there something a cord I can pull on or something? Or a lever? Or a specific part of it I'm supposed to click on? Am I being foolish somehow? I must be able to go back down there. Figuring out the answer to that took outside assistance as a kid, but there are enough clues to deduce it yourself. Do you mean the animal puzzle, or do you mean how I get down here? Or something else? Oh, how I get down. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so at the very least, I'm not being completely foolish here. There's some This is actually a puzzle that I have to figure out. See, the really obvious thing to try would be to go back into the chair the throne that lets you get up high, and then pull that switch again and see if as a side effect of using it, it causes the no, using that wouldn't cause the rope to... What do I want the rope to do, even? What's the ideal... What ideally am I looking for? Let me go back. Right, ideally I want to be standing on that and have it go down, I think. Okay, well, let's... For the sake of experimentation, let's see what happens if I get on the throne up high. And, and try retracting the floor again. No. There we go. That's where I want it to be. Right, I want to go up, don't I? So the only other bit of content that I know of, which I haven't explored yet, which discovering this elevator has made available, is the cable car, I believe. Right, this should take me up. It's perfectly possible that's done nothing useful, but it'll be interesting to see. Where am I going? I'm going this way, aren't I? Oops. Okay, that's done nothing for me. That may have even been counterproductive. Okay, I'll go back and rectify that in a second. I guess I'll go now. I was hoping I could look down over the edge. I wanted to get a better look at it. Yeah, I don't think there's another way out there. I was just wondering if I could approach it from another side, but I don't think I can. Not that I know of, anyway. No worries, Frogadier. I shall look forward to your return. So, I'm definitely missing some context. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Up we go. To be fair, from this angle, it looks almost as though it might be possible to go down that way, but I doubt that is the case. I suppose, pedantically speaking, I wouldn't need to have a way down if there were a way to force the submarine to come back to one of the other ports, as it were. Which, since it's all on rails, isn't as ridiculous as it might otherwise seem. I never found out what that did I? Oh, I bet I know what that does, actually. I bet that is... Oh no, if I can't look at it from the other side, then I'm wrong. What I was going to say is I bet that's to summon the elevator, as somehow I get in here into this structure and the elevator isn't there. But no, that doesn't figure if I can only access it from within the elevator. So I don't know what that does. Yes, by all means. Frigadier. Yeah, okay, that really seals it. Clearly, there is no other way in there. I'm just... Now that's an interesting thing. Huh. What was I saying? Either I'm going to have to find some way to... find some way down, or find a way to get the submarine to go... or the underwater cart, I should say. Get the underwater cart to go to a specific place I want it to go. But yes, Frogadier, by all means, if you want to drop a general hint. Context is not convenient for the player. It is purposely placed in the world. Yes. I was suspecting that the necessary context could be to do with what the function of this actually is, which is something that I don't know. I know it's a way up and down, but I don't know what the point of it is. And so I wonder if I knew that, it would then become obvious how to use it. It's very ornate, isn't it? That globe on top is very striking. It's very strange how this, these little footholds were lowered down and then raised up, but the rope is still down there. As frustrating as it is, I probably have to abandon that for now and think about it later. I wonder if there's some other location I can go to where I can can one way or another influence whether the rope's up or down, or where the submarine is, or something like that. Oh, I went the wrong way, didn't I? I meant to go down. But if it were possible to remotely control whether the rope was up or down, then that wouldn't help if I wasn't on it at the time. Because if I lowered it and then made my way over to the top, presumably that wouldn't help me get down. So therefore, I'd conclude that either the underwater cart can be summoned to a specific location somehow, or there is, or I must either that, or I must have missed something on that platform, something I could have pressed. Hold on. I will be taking the cable car across to wherever it goes very shortly. I just want to very quickly go back and check the location where I first found the underwater cart. To be fair, for all I know, when I first summoned when I first took the, what was it? I pulled something that was hanging from the top, and that caused the rope to be lowered down. For all I know, that could have moved the location of the underwater cart. That's the what I was calling the sea reptiles, the sunners. While I'm passing through here, let's very quickly make a note of the number that appears to be associated with them. Where is it? Somewhere around here. There it is. That's 5, isn't it? Right, made a note of that. Yep, no such luck. Okay. And I take it there's nothing here that I can use to... Nope. Doesn't look like there's any way I can get the underwater cart to come to me. Hold on a minute. When I was in the village, I managed to lower the cart down, didn't I? That would be the logical place where, if I could make it come back anywhere, it should be able to come back there. What number is that again? That's 7, was it? 7. Problem is, I don't know if this is supposed to be associated with a creature. I have no idea what it is. Right, where was I? You seem stuck in the mist mindset. Takes a while to get your Riven legs. I see. Okay, so very briefly, we'll go through the village. And I'll check to see if there's a solution to the underwater cart problem there. And then we'll head over. Oh, I can't even activate it. Looks like I'm out of luck. Right this minute, Trumpet, I've been trying to figure out how I get back down there so that I can access the underwater cart again. Because right now I don't have access to it, so that means all the areas that it can travel to I also don't have access to, unless there's another way around. But I'm about to give up for now. Obviously I'll be back. Because I can't see a way to do it. So I will just go back to the shrine area and into the elevator and take the cable car across to an area I've presumably not been yet. It's a good thing I made a note of all those the letters and numbers at what I assume is a school before I lost access to the underwater cart. Okie doke. So this is exciting. Going somewhere new, I presume. And off we go. See, I feel like this would summon the cable car to here if I'd somehow made it over here without it. Which in turn makes me think that the identical looking device that's in the elevator room, you'd think would be there to summon the elevator if the elevator wasn't there for some reason. By the elevator room, I mean the one that's you get to via the shrine. Via what I'm calling the shrine. Interesting. Ooh. This is interesting, isn't it? Ooh. What have I done? Is this some sort of security system? Looks like that's hooked up to cameras. I saw a very similar thing in the starting island, didn't I? If you went past the area where the pentagonal room was and went across the bridge, that is, before you figure out how to use the pentagonal room, when you very first start the game, if you go that way, you enter a cave, and on the left-hand side as you approach it, there's a room that has 2 camera feeds, if I recall correctly. Interesting. So I can turn lights on and off? Was not expecting that. Wow. Yes. I also get the impression that that creature was a little surprised to see me there. That's not a fish. So it's probably another sea reptile. Sounds like I can influence where these sea reptiles are going. Oh, thank you, Frogadiers. I hope you enjoyed what you're able to see of the stream, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Hello. That's interesting. So, could that have been Catherine? That didn't look like a... Well, of course it's hard to tell. But I don't think that's a villager. Ooh. Wonder where this is gonna take me. Now that was interesting. It looked like I went going from an area with air up to an area with water and then up again to another area with air. Interesting. That's odd. Why would I ever want to... access the other side? I assume this is where I started. Maybe I'm just misremembering, but I thought that when I arrived here, the exit I took, which took me down to the that junction where I could go left or right, one way leading me to the throne with the cameras, the other way leading me ultimately to here. I thought the exit had been on the same side as the cable car terminal, whereas that's on the opposite side. That may just be my memory at fault. So let's test that. That's not my memory at fault. This is a different area that I haven't been to yet. Well, this is interesting. This keeps getting curiouser and curiouser. Yep, I stand by what I just said. How bizarre. What on earth could this be for? Oh, there's another side. Whoa. Okay. I've come across a device just like this before, haven't I? This one doesn't seem to be facing the right direction though. Very interesting. It's almost like it's showing me the topology of different places. Okay, I didn't do that by skill, but to be fair, since I worked out how that mechanism worked previously, that made it very easy to work around. And we have the exact same thing again. And something inside. Could that be a book? A linking book or a prison book? Very, very interesting. We have whatever's going on over here. All this, and we still have another cable car we can take across. Interesting. Wonder why I'd be able to look down there in particular. Right, let's see where this takes us. Haven't saved in a while, have I? Oh, apparently I can't do it while I'm in here. Fair enough. Oh, maybe a cinematic was technically playing even though we'd already come to a stop. Before I disembark on that side, I think I'll have a look on the other side. I'm not allowed to. Fair enough. Right, quick save. Ooh! Ooh, that's a long bridge. So perhaps I can solve a bit more of the puzzle concerning the big circular room. Or perhaps not. That looks like there's another way to get onto this island via the sea. Very curious that the door just appears to be straightforwardly locked. There doesn't appear to be anything I can interact with here. I wonder if it is intended to be opened from the other side then. Oh well. Bit underwhelming, but progress nevertheless. It's a pleasure to meet you, Pinky SWE, and thank you, that's a very kind thing to say. To be honest, I think I was rather lucky. Just to jog my memory, because we've encountered quite a lot of new places recently. What was on this side? Oh, I remember. This was the area, if we go up here, we end up going into here, which has the big platforms which we appear to be able to cause water to be suspended above for some reason, as well as what was the other thing? Inside the structure there was a machine that appeared to be showing us topography, at least what I assume is topography, but it wasn't clear why. And another one of those machines that opens up and it appeared to have a book inside, but I haven't figured out what the puzzle with the dials is yet. Perhaps I should actually start writing down all the unsolved puzzles I've discovered, as several people have prompted me to do so far. Oh, thank you, Penguin. Wow. I don't know why it's only struck me this time, but somehow the first time I went in that I didn't realise quite how golden it was. Ah, that'll be why. It's not quite so obvious from this angle. I know I had turned around and looked at it upstairs before, but it wasn't until I saw the animation of it arriving that it really struck me quite how golden it is. I think we've done everything there that we obviously can do right now. I take it I can't leave. No. So I suppose the question is, where do I focus my attention? For the next little while. I mean, I could go back to where I just was and try and solve a few of those puzzles, but I get the feeling I'm probably missing some sort of context. Trying to think, if I hadn't discovered this, what would I be looking at next? There's the other island over here. Oh yes, thank you, Trumpet. I'd love a nudge. I just realised that's not a wood axe, is it? That looks more like an executioner's axe. I think. There's more to do around the frog trap area, thank you. There's another way off of this island, I just saw it. There's a cable car I should be able to take. Other than the one I'm just on. Obviously there's this one. Here we go. Straight in the wood chipper. Health and safety hazard, if you ask me. What was going on with that thing? Oh, I need to provide it with power to make it work, don't I? Well, I won't do that quite yet, because I don't know that that's the next thing to look at. So, the frog trap area. Sorry, just trying to remember how I get around here. It's up here, isn't it? Then in here. Right, let's have a quick look. See, I felt like with this being open, it might be possible to stop that fan and climb up there or something. In fact, there must be something I can do here, or else why would the game let me zoom in like this? Ooh, I didn't know I could look back down. I'm not sure if that helps me at all, but it's interesting that I can do it. Right, that's shut now, so I can assume that there's a frog in there. I need to stop the fan? How do I stop the fan? I'm pretty sure it's got an independent power supply to the rest of the machinery here. Because I'm pretty sure I've cut the power before and the fan's still been on. But let's try it anyway. My memory's not the best, so I wouldn't want to rely on it excessively. Right. If I remember how this works, that should have cut the power. And the fan's still going. But I'm guessing if I pull that lever again, yeah, it doesn't do anything. And I can let the frog out. So let's restore the power and have a examine it a bit more. Ah! I only just paid attention to the pile of wood chips. I mean, I don't think that helps with the frog problem. But, oh, that's how I go back, isn't it? That's how I get back up to the cable car, I think. Yes, that's exactly what that is. Sorry, as I was saying, the wood chips. That perhaps offers some explanation for why the player might conceivably want to use that wood chipper. Because they might be able to collect something in the chips afterwards. Anyway. Where was I? Restoring the power to the frog trap. Okay, send that down. Hold on. I just had a thought. Hypothetically... No, I don't think this is going to work, actually. I was just thinking, hypothetically, if I climbed back up there, could I ride the... No, I can. It doesn't look like I can ride this contraption down. Okay, it was worth considering. So what's going on here that I'm missing? This is clearly very significant. I wouldn't be able to get up here if there wasn't some function to it. Oh. Didn't go for it this time. if I shut it? No, that makes no difference. And why a frog? Why would I want a frog? I reckon I could climb up there if I could stop the fan. Hold on, let's go back a bit. Is there any real indicator where the power is coming from? No, there isn't, is there? Quite frankly, it's really not clear what is powering that. If you decide to break the fan, you might want some privacy. Huh. I suppose I can't rule out the possibility that this whole mechanism here isn't for the player, and that this is the bit that is. Privacy, you say? Yes, you certainly both seem to be in on something that I'm not. Is this boiling water? Where's it going? Where is that actually headed? I remember where it's headed, don't I? It goes to the it goes over here, doesn't it? Let's have a look at that fan again. I'm wondering about this pipe. I'm just thinking, if I could get something to go through there that isn't supposed to go through there, that might break the fan. This part's almost become a meme inside games afterwards. Interesting. I'm afraid you may have to bear with my slowness for a while. What's that? That might be where the power's coming from. Possibly not. Thank you, Trumpet. I'm glad, that is a relief. Wait, hold on. No. Never mind. I was trying to figure out where the pulley was connected to, but it looks like it's connected to the ceiling. Yeah, it looks like the whole pulley system and the lever here is its own self-contained system which is powered through here, completely independent of the fan, which also figures with the fan not turning off when I cut off the power to the rest of this. But briefly I was entertaining the possibility if I could somehow jam the mechanism here, would that also cause the fan to stop? But I think the answer to that is an unequivocal no. That grating is interesting. Why would you bother with a grating? I mean, I suppose it could be health and safety, but I doubt that. it doesn't strike me that health and safety is a massive priority on the islands of Riven. So I wonder if that's has some practical function. If that's one thing I don't know is if that fan is blowing or sucking. And I wonder if perhaps that grating was meant to be there to prevent something getting sucked up. Oh, thank you, Cyver. And I don't think you said, am I pronouncing your name correctly? I may just be forgetting. I'm guessing if I pull this again, it's just going back down again. Hold on. That does nothing. Yep, that does nothing. And yeah, that's just going back down again. Worth double checking. So, is that fan sucking, and is that grating there to prevent something getting sucked up? See, that grating might be there specifically to prevent the blades from being damaged. If something were to come up that wasn't meant to go up. I mean, it seems a horrible thought to send the frog up there, but it would explain from a gameplay perspective why these are next to each other. In all the Riven streams I've watched, you're the first to mention sending the frog through the fan. Okay, that's not the solution then. I mean, I didn't particularly like the thought of it. I was just trying to reason my way through this. I mean, there's only two ways I see myself breaking this. One is either to send something up through it. Well, okay, that I appear to have what that I could conceivably might be within my means based on what I know so far. One would be to send something up through it and break the blades that way. The other would be to send something down it if I could access it from the other side. I don't mean access. I don't mean personally gain access to it from the other side. I mean, like, if I could, for example, pull a switch that pushed something down that way. On the other hand, the problem with that is that the mechanically it would still probably be trying to spin. That wouldn't necessarily break the motor. So perhaps my first thought of disabling the power is the right way to go, but I just know so little about how this thing is actually powered. Very quickly, I'm just gonna wander back down. Oh, I seem to be a big fan of that fan. So the fan has nothing to do with it then. Well, the fan must have something to do with something, or else why would I be able to zoom in on it? But perhaps that's not the... Perhaps that's not the puzzle I'm supposed to be solving right now? One door closes, another opens up. Maybe you go with another puzzle first, who knows? No, that's literally suicide. I'm not doing that. I seem to remember I went through this pipe, but I must admit, I don't remember how I would have scaled that. Getting behind the mechanical things in this game sure helps. The mechanical things. Ooh. Seagull, I assume. That's interesting. It looks like that pipe goes to the other side. Over here. This pipe, I mean. Which pipe was that? Is that, I can't see anymore. Huh. How odd. Is it that one? Yeah, it must have been. Huh. Huh. Dunno. I'm slowly running out of ammo, guys. That was Cyver. And Trumpet says, I know you might feel a little stuck right now, but this is normal. You're not behind in your progress at all. Keep touching, clicking, opening and closing all the things. Thank you. And sorry I'm not picking up on your hints, Cyver. Sometimes it helps seeing things from a different perspective. Okay, I don't think I've missed anything here. Doesn't look like it. What's that thing? Oh. Is that thing this? It's in a slightly different position to where I thought it was, but okay, that makes sense. You guys like doors? I like doors. I'm going to need to redirect the power, aren't I? If I'm going to go through the door again. And I have no recollection as to how this mechanism worked. Oh, that was it. That controlled where it tried to suck water up from, didn't it? So this will empty it. And was this turning the heating elements on and off? What did this do? Oh, that did the floor. Raised and lowered it. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. What does this do then? Maybe that was the heating element. That would make more sense. If that's the heating element, then what's this doing? When I said there was more to do in the frog trap area, I meant the general area with the walkways through the cave, not necessarily the trap itself. Understood. Guess that door's now closed, Trumpet, but at least no bridges have been burned. That was, Cyver to begin with, and then Pengy, who said, but at least no bridges have been burned. So I must have done something to, change what is accessible and what isn't. Does this take me the same way? Yeah, it does. That definitely does a heating element. I'm guessing I can't get in there right now. No. Which is fair enough. Oh, I can get in there when there's water in here, can I? Not sure there's much point though. Ah, okay, so when this cock is turned that way, it allows me to toggle the floor. So what does the other way let me toggle? Or do, rather. I don't know that it's got anything to do with toggling. What's it let me do? Okay, I'm reasonably satisfied there's no solution there. That activates a pump that drains the water. Understood. Okay, I'm reasonably convinced that there was just the one puzzle in this room. Okay. And I don't think there's anything I can usefully do while this mechanism is detached. I don't think that's useful in any way. Forgotten. Why do I want this boiling again? What's that even doing? What is that doing? Because that's for waste. That's to get rid of... that's to drain the boiling water. Or cold water if it's not boiling at the time. But then what happens? So, or rather... once we boiled the water, what's it supposed to do? Trumpy says, can I be a little direct but not spoilery? I suppose. I have been stuck quite a while. I appreciate it must be frustrating. There's nothing more I need to do with the boiler. Fair enough. Well, then that brings it down to the wood chipper and the room with the fan and the frog. This seems like utter madness, but... let's find out what happens. Oh, I'm not even allowed to do it. Fair enough. Ah. Power would help. Yeah, very sensibly, I'm not allowed to do it. So presumably at some point I'm able to pass something into here. Which isn't me. Okay, nothing else to do with the wood chipper. Got it. Sorry. Okay, it's not the wood chipper, and it's not the boiler, and it's not the room with the frog in. So therefore, there is something else around here that I just haven't spotted yet. There's more near the frog. Understood. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Oh my goodness. I dread to think how long I could have been playing the game and not noticed that. Thank you. Oh my goodness. This is so... so easy. Let's try down here first of all. For no particular reason. Ooh, another one of those rotating machines we love so much. But it's not clear where I'm supposed to be viewing this from. Up there it looks like. Okay, I'll remember that. Hence all the comments about doors and getting behind things. Yeah, thank you. I didn't quite cotton on, did I? I have no idea what that did. Stopped something. Oh, another one of those. Ooh. This is the same one. This is the same building from the other side that I reached before. Oh. Huh. There must be some way I can rotate those slabs so they become steps. Oh, is that how? No, it's just a bridge. It's just a bridge I had to lower. And that's the one that I powered from before. When I was down there. Interesting. Yep, certainly looks like a shortcut. That'll make my life easier. I must say, they have done a good job of the shortcut so far. Oh, and this is going to take me down to the pentagonal room, I'm guessing. I don't know what that did. Oh, it's rotating the room. No, that's rotating the room. that must have... Is this doing a gate? A grating? Because I seem to remember there were other rooms with gratings. Actually, that's confused me. I thought this was the... Oh no, this is right. Yep, I get it. Sorry, just being a bit dumb. I could get in this room before, it's just that there was a door in the way. But that does mean I haven't figured out what this has opened up yet. Oh no, wait, I'm being doubly dumb. I do know because I've already done this, haven't I? As I just said, I've already been in here. I haven't been through here. Okay, yeah, I get it. And another shortcut. Okay, that's nice. That's a nice bit of a nice puzzle or two resolved. Right, where was I? This room I've approached from another side, but I still don't have access to. Can I hear that same noise when I'm down below? No. Where is that going? It goes in here. On at least one side. And the other side goes over there. To somewhere that I haven't been. Okay, I wonder if I turn this off. Yeah, it only has 2 states. Will I now be able to get into this building? No. Does this have significance on the other side? If I were to go the long way round and get to the other side of this building, would it then become clear what I've done? Possibly. So, this will take a moment, but let's try that. Way back up, way back up. This way. Oh, I've only just realised. There was those trees that were cut down, and that axe that was in that stump on the where we're going to now. And then there was the wood chipper. So they were cutting down the trees on one side, putting it into the cart, then pulling the lever, and the cart would go off, and it would automatically dump the logs into the wood chipper. So that's what was going on, and that's why when you take the cart ride, you get dumped into the wood chipper. Pengy says, yeah, but I'm curious what they need the wood chips for. The boiler seems to burn some kind of gas. Yes. It's a very good question, isn't it? Where was I headed precisely? This way. Down. Oh, that's why this little summoning device is here. Because in theory, the cable car could be on the other side of the track, and I could have taken the underwater cart over to the wood chipper island, and then I could have gone through the building that I don't yet have access to, and I could have reached here that way. So there's no guarantee that the cable car would have been on the right side of the track. Okay, now I'm on this side. Still no access. Is it more obvious what I did on the other side? No. Okay, that wasn't very productive. It's strange in a way. It's not clear what discovering the two staircases either side of the doors in the frog trap room has actually done for me. Well, I mean the shortcuts obviously, but like in terms of progressing the game in other ways. Still no idea what this area is about. What other unsolved puzzles do I have? I still haven't figured out how to recover the underwater carriage that goes between the village school and a few other places. What's it called? The Bathysphere. Then there's that big old room that this one. Is there any other obvious way in? Not really, is there? What else is there still unsolved that I know about? It seems like the room that the long bridge goes to, the one with the machinery in the centre and the circular platforms around the outside, it seems like there's probably something else to do there. Because of course there were that diagram with those squares. Almost Tetris block looking things, and it wasn't clear what that was about. What else? comes the overly effulgent elevator. Very nice. The animal puzzle. I haven't done that one yet. That seems like a big important one. There's also the puzzles involving the rotating hemispheres with the eye symbols on them, where you can open them up using a telescopic device and a button. At least one of those looked like it had a book inside. But it has a dial puzzle on it, doesn't it? I never figured out how the dial puzzles worked. I guess I could take another quick stab at that. It did seem like there was some context I didn't have for those. But possibly if I took a longer look at them, it might become obvious how they work. I think that's about everything I can think of off the top of my head. Now if I go up the top here, there's one of those dial puzzles I can look at, isn't there? Interesting. It does look like I'm just supposed to discover a combination. This doesn't look like something that can be puzzled out. Because there's no real feedback. Aside from nothing happening. Oh, that could be a book in there. Tell you what is worth a go. Fairly certain I can get under there. Perhaps there's a clue as to the solution if I go into that building and look up, assuming it lets me look up. I still haven't found access to the rest of the village, so you could argue that's a sort of puzzle. Although there's nothing obvious for me to interact with there. So that is a bit different. Right, in here, can I look up? I can. Okay, no clues there then. The indigenous population's still afraid of me, it would seem. What controls do you still have that you don't know what they are used for? What controls? There's the... On Wood Chipper Island, there's the... how do I describe it? There's that lever which I can get to by taking the stairs from the frog trap room up. I never figured out what that does. There's the dial puzzles, of course. I have no idea how they work. There's... there's the throne room where you can turn lights on, which will cause sea creatures to move around. I sort of know what that's doing, I just don't know why you would want to do it. What else is there? There's... I mean, arguably the frog trap itself, that's in the same category of, I sort of know what it's doing, I just have no clue why you would want to do it. So this is one of the things, I don't know what it does. What else? I'm sure there's other things. Well, I'll probably stop there for tonight anyway. Thank you for the help and thank you for the company. I do appreciate it. Yes, we need to add Pengy to the thank you message. So, thank you for coming everyone. I hope you enjoyed the stream. My streaming is back to usual this week, so my next stream will be Wednesday, in which I'll be doing my normal poetry, prose and riddles. Then Friday it'll be back to Riven, and Saturday it will presumably be more Riven. I doubt I'll manage to complete the entire game in just one more stream. I think we will raid Squirtle 007, who's doing Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green at the moment. So yes, once again, thank you for coming. I do appreciate it, and I hope you all have a wonderful night. Good night.